Alright, this is Castlevania Aria of Sorrow for the Game Boy Advance. Probably one of my favorite Castlevania games, and it's pretty high up there with one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games, just as a whole. And yeah, we're just gonna be kind of doing a playthrough of it. And we'll see how this goes. Alright, and then that gives a little bit of background on what the game is about and how they all end up here. And there we go, that's kind of the main gimmick of this game. Or the main gimmick of... yeah, the main gimmick of this game. Alright, and then Arco just kind of sets us off and just kind of lets us, leaves us to our own devices, or our own devices. And here's the first area. So yeah, the first soul that we start off with is the winged skeleton. It just kind of lets us throw spears around, pierce enemies, and then if the enemy is big enough, and if it's big enough, then it'll hit twice, multiple times. Mostly just twice though. So that makes it pretty decent. So yeah, that's so every enemy, I believe, well, yeah, every enemy has the chance to drop a soul, and it changes, and the chances different depending on the enemy. Some of them are really rare, some of them are super common. A couple bosses drop them. We'll kind of move through the corridor, castle corridor, and then you go back there, which I guess we could do. We can't continue, but there we go, we got bat. So it's just kind of... And you can cancel it like that. But I'll keep this one on just because of the range. So here's the underground reservoir. We'll explore what we can through it. Can't really go super far. But we do get a pendant, so it's +1 to our luck stat. Which is broken in Aria, by the way. The luck stat does basically nothing for drop rates, so it's kind of it's a useless statistic. You have to have way more than what's in the realm of feasibility for it to have a marginal effect on drop rates. It's also bugged in Dawn of Sorrow as well. And it being bugged in Dawn is more well known, I would say. I don't really read that much about people saying Aria's is bugged, but they both have the same issue of the luck stat just not working as it should. So that's kind of a bummer, because you can't really, because some of the soul drops are really, really rare, and having a luck stat that would actually work. I think Circle the Moon is the only Game Boy Advance Castlevania where luck works. I don't know for sure if it works in Harmony. But here we are back in the Castle Corridor. And now we can continue on Soma's little adventure. Alright, so we'll level up. Oops. Can't go up here quite yet. But there is a skeleton virtual. Oh, look at that. I guess it was good that I came up there, because now I got the Skull Archer Soul, which I believe is, yeah. Takes a decent chunk out of our MP, but we'll try it for this. There we go. Not too bad. Creaking Skull does have a soul, but it also just shows up later on in the game as just a regular enemy, so it's not a guaranteed soul drop. Go over here for a Mind Up. There we go. But we do actually have some business down here first before we go up. If I can hit this candle really quick. But yeah, for that, Flying Armor. It's our first blue soul. And gives you a slower fall, gives you a slower descent. And it's pretty useful. You use it a few times, especially before you get the double jump. Go up here. decent damage. Now, there is a way that you can get over here without the flying armor soul. It's a little bit difficult, but it's doable. Come on, there you go. No soul pop from it, though. Yeah, we'll use that for a while. Go over here, skeleton knight. Check the map real quick. Let's see, so if I want to go up here. Yeah, this is the dead end, which we'll go to first, because there's an item at the end of this. Can't get that armor yet. Can't get that potion up there. This area is possible to get to with flying armor, and if you time it just correctly, I'll try it a couple more times. It's possible to get up here. You just have to be extremely precise. Try it one more time, especially because I'm running out of MP. Oops. Ah. Man, that was so close. I have to try it one more time. But yeah, that would require a double jump. And I believe it is possible to get up there. Oops. Scarf. +2 to our defense. Come on. There we go. But yeah, I'll take that defense boost real quick. Now let's get out the entrance, shall we? Let's get out of the entrance and actually get to some other parts of the castle. Oh, look at that. It's pretty good. I'll actually equip that. Yeah, strength increased by 4. So now we can one-shot those. And we have the combat knife, so we're doing pretty good in terms of damage already. And then we can't really get up here yet. Need a double jump for that. Which we will get pretty soon. Double jump isn't too far off. Cloth tunic. Is that better? Yeah, just barely. But the leather plate is just better than both of those. There we go. That's pretty nice. Fortunately, can't reach that sword yet. Or that katana, I should say. Nice little potion for us. And I believe we got money at the end of this. Yeah. 500. So yeah, with that, basically good to go to get out of the entrance and go on to our next area. I wonder who this is. How did he get here? Give us a little bit of information. Cram Jones. And here's our second area, the Castle Chapel. Oh, look at that. The ghost soul in Aria is just a little bit better than the one in Dawn. Actually does something in Aria. And then, I don't know if this applies to every soul, but a lot of souls, if you have more than one of them, they get stronger So if you have 9, which is the max of one of them, then their effects stack and they get a little bit better every time. So for most of them, 9 is the maximum level that you can get, and you just have to collect 9 of a single soul. I think it applies to most, if not all of them. And some of them actually looked a little bit different too after. Bamboo sword. Pretty sure that's the really crappy overhead, yeah. Yeah, it's not too great. Especially compared to our combat knife, which is just so quick. And then if you kind of look at the map, we're on the complete other side of the castle now. Not terrible, but again, our combat knife is just better. And they might actually be pretty close in the range department too. But yeah, the combat knife is a very, very good weapon when you get it early. I actually need to go down here real quick to fill out the area. And we can't get to the other corner, that missed corner yet. Take this save point here and we'll continue pressing on. Get rid of that. And we're actually due for our next boss here in just a second. That's nice. Got a hammer from rock armor. Man, 44. That tail, if it hits you, will poison you, so... And we don't really want that right now. But there we go, not too bad. Another enemy that, or a boss that shows up later. It's just a regular enemy. Which is another reason why it's sold and isn't guaranteed. And I believe I can get up here, yeah. Oh. Same weapon. Now let's actually use that to break this real quick. And then we get a big money bag right here if I can jump from there. A nice 1,000. Let's go back to Solar. Yeah, I can't reach up there yet. I need a double jump, which we are now going to be very close to getting. It's in our next major area. We are into the study. So that's 3 areas that we've discovered so far, if you count the entrance as one. Make our way up here. We can't get up here yet because we need a double jump for that. We can go down here, and I believe there is a shiny new weapon at the end waiting for us. Just to pick it up. There we go, yeah. Now, is this better? Okay. So, there's less damage that has more range. But, I still think I'll stay with the combat knife for now, just because of its speed. So now let's actually get on with this area. Evil Butcher right there. Get it in just a second. Gotta get that potion though. Oh, there we go. Sharpened butcher knives. So it's basically, it's just a simple knife. Checked out. Very fast, very cheap. Not terrible. Can't get up here yet. I need a double jump even with the braid, I believe. Yeah, need a double jump even with that. So we'll just take this and drop it down here. Yeah, and then we'll push it over here. You also need a double jump for that too, yeah. So everything is kind of out of reach over here in this area because we need a double jump for half the things in this area. Oh man. Gotta cure that before we lose all of our MP. We're right next to a save point, so I won't bother curing that. But it doesn't last that long. Up here, we get breakable wall, melon. Probably one of the best healing items in the game. It just heals your entire health all at once. It's just a full heal. And we can't get up there. Ah! Ooh, that was close. But we'll take that save point. I wonder who this is. Yoko Belnades. I think they misspell her name in this game. Oh, Yoko. She's gotta find Graham, but she's just walking very casually off screen. But, what we didn't do is go the other way, but this area is blocked off past here. Can't slide yet. And then this is just a dead end. So there's really nothing of use other than that save point. Ah. Another $100 coin. Alright, just slide into that. And there's a decently helpful weapon that'll help us with this upcoming boss fight. Oh, that'll also help us with this boss fight, actually. Let's equip that right now. And we get the whip sword as well. Extendable sword, and they mean it. It is extendable. You can't jump cancel it, but it's pretty fast for what it is. I'd say it's a pretty iconic weapon. So yeah, gotta poke through his shield. Which we can do, but the sword just makes it easier because it's much longer range and we can stand back a little. It is absolutely spamming with cats. There we go. 3 hits. And then through this door, So yeah, that's Hammer. He's our shop. So there we go. There's our double jump soul. So now we've got a double jump and we can explore even more of the castle. But what I want to do real quick is check out Hammer's shop and see what we can find. See if we can find anything better than our combat knife. So we'll save real quick. We'll actually quickly go up here first to get that next $100 coin. Can't jump off that for some reason. Actually not that bad of a soul. Especially because it's hitting more than once most of the time. And then while we're at it, let's get these two double jump items. Heart necklace or heart pendant. Just another +1 to our luck stat, which doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Broadsword. Now, it looks like it would be just your regular sword weapon, because it shares the same sprite as, like, most of both the short sword and the bastard sword. But it's actually an overhead heavy swing. So, it kind of tricks you a little bit with that. Maybe, maybe not. Depends on what you expect. Especially with the name Broadsword. So yeah, they've gotten a few pretty good projectile souls. But let's actually go right over here, and then we'll get to our last double jump area in this room, or in this area. And it's a hammer, which we already have one of. Yeah, so now we have two. But we can sell that spare one now for just a little bit of extra cash. Oh. Sorry about that, my controller is bugging out. Oops. Stood up too quick. Let's actually go up here, and then get to our first warp. that's nice. Excuse me. See if I can get the soul real quick. Nope. What about from these guys? No. What from that? Nah. But we do get an anti-venom. So that's our warp room. But I want to just quickly get to the other side of this and just kind of finish filling out this area a little bit. Because since we have the double jump right now anyways, we can just kind of... we could just get back up to it anyways. And then same with over here. Just want to fill this in real quick. Get up here. Maybe not. Yeah, I can't get up there quite yet. Ah, I'm running out of MP. Oh. So let's just get back to that warp. Oh, that's not... Oh, wow. Ah! Okay. No? Okay. Well, this is still just great. There we go. A little bit of difficulty getting out of that for some reason. So let's just get back up here. Go back to our first warp room. And then we have only one other place to warp to, and that's the castle entrance. But let's just take this area a little bit. Let's just go up here a little bit. There's just so much stuff to do real quick before we can just whatever, because we get from the double jump. Sword down there that we can't get to yet. And I believe down here is a cestus, which is just another... Yeah, it's a cestus. Another... It's actually a punching weapon. This looks like a boxing glove. Love the sprite, I don't know why. Let's go down to Hammer's shop now. Dilly dally. Without further ado. Alright. Mina's back. She actually heals you all the way too. Every time you talk to her. Alright, let's see what he sells us. First, let's get rid of the second hammer we have. And the second rapier. So just sell one of those. Any other spares I can sell? Doesn't look like it, no. But those are healing games, which we will keep. So let's see what he's got. Castle Map 2. Check that. We'll check back in a second. Depends on if I have anything better. This scimitar. I believe that's another overhand weapon, so I'm probably not gonna equip that. Katana. This gives us better just everything else. So that's 2 less damage. But it would have more range, or 2 less attack. We'll give it a shot. Give the Gladius a shot. And we'll equip our new armor. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh yeah. Got us a few little upgrades. Alright, so I did 57. This just 60, so it's 3 less, but we get that extra range. I just stick with this. This has very good range. But it doesn't give us a defense increase like it does in other Castlevania games. I think it even gave you a defense increase in Symphony. Gladius. So that's really interesting. Little game roll. But I think we'll save here and then just end this episode right here. Made some very decent progress, and in the next one we'll make even more progress because of our new double jump. And there will be a few areas that we can get to now. So yeah, I'll just end that here.